Welcome, the second part, or maybe the first, depending on which order you're watching them, of catching up with the ladies from Friday night's unified promotion shows, where you ladies have put on a hell of a show. Paige, you were part of putting on a hell of a show, maybe not in the ring, frustratingly for you, but behind the microphone. Yeah. All played its part, all put on a fantastic night on Friday up in Sheffield. We're just going to talk back through it and relive it for you. Are you both recovered? You both okay after a weekend?
Go on after you, Lauren.
Okay, I'll go first. Great weekend. There's not really much recovering to do because it didn't really last long, did it?
Yeah, but, we're going to come on to that. We're going to come on to your
I'm feeling good. It's one of them things like I said before, a long time out the ring, still buzzing. And I was saying to my friends and family, I was like, I just want to hold on to that moment for ages. Don't want it to slip away. Because it's a good feeling, and the social media and stuff's gone crazy and everyone's like, oh, well done. And it's just nice. You work hard and to get that response, it's nice. So I don't want it to end. So I'm chilling now, go back to the gym Monday, and then just restart for the next one, really.
Yeah, and you should enjoy it. You train hard, you work hard for that moment, and you got a moment that you'll remember for a lifetime out of it, I'm sure. But again, we'll come on to that shortly. Paige, you're up and about traveling the north and then back to Birmingham.
Actually, it was a lovely weekend, even though I wasn't fighting. Bit more of a harder weekend for Lauren and the other girls actually fighting. I think the worst part about it was my heels. My heels were hurting me the most, to be honest. But I had a nice weekend. Nice to start off my commentating career. But I'm straight back in that gym. Can't wait to just get in that ring and make my debut.
I love that fighter's mentality. If it was a lovely weekend, even though I wasn't fighting. Like mine was a lovely weekend because I wasn't fighting.
No, of course,
you lot are a different breed.
Yeah, we're not right in the head, really, to be honest. But it's one of them.
Yeah.
I loved it. The atmosphere, everything. The girls smashing it, smashing the show. The show was amazing. But it's at the end of the day, it's about me making my debut now. I want to get I've done the commentating now. I just want to get in that ring. It's been about 2 years, so
we're going to come on to your debut shortly, Paige, and hopefully when that will happen in 2022. But let's get your take on the event, because Lauren, we'll come on to your fight and the other fights and what have you. But Paige, you would have got a different perspective of it, a different view, having worked on the broadcast side as 1/3 of the greatest commentary team ever assembled for a boxing event, alongside Anthony Croller and myself. How was it for you just being able to take in that professional environment, that broadcast, everything that came with it?
It was very different because obviously I'm used to being a fighter and being that aspect side of you see a different side to the show, overall, you don't realise how much office work gets put into the actual show. The behind the scenes is massively important to it all. And I think that's why it works so smoothly. Everybody's little bits here and there, all added together. And the show just the girls smashed it, took over. Obviously the boys won and they did the fights, but each fight from the girls they smashed it, and that's what the show was about. At the end of the day, we wanted to mark how good women's boxing is, and I think we did that.
Yeah, and I mean credit to Susanna, to Richard Foxon, to Gareth A. Davis holding it all together in the middle, to the people at Sporty Stuff for putting on the whole production and getting it together. Everybody there played their part in what was a pretty tremendous night. The atmosphere there was brilliant as well. I thought
it was great. Everybody was great supporters as well, and it was nice to see people traveling from different sides of the country. It was really good.
And supporting one another as well. You'll typically find
definitely event, different families supporting each other, and I think that's what it's about at the end of the day. Unified's a new promotion, obviously, but it's about coming together and supporting each other, and we're all about to make it. So that's what we need to do.
I can't remember if it was Ticey or Christina earlier when I was talking with them, described it as having your little squad. The group of you that have kind of that cohort of individuals that have come together at the beginning, making it your little squad. But it was nice to see each other's fans supporting one another as you were coming into fight, because I think I mentioned it in the commentary that like there were pockets of people constantly cheering for individuals. Like it didn't add up. In that there was more cheering going on than there were fighters, and so
there actually was, like, and you could see like different tables, like half a table there, half a table at the back, from cheering like from different fighters. Like it was really nice to see as well. Obviously, like people coming to a new event, there was going to be like, it was nerve-wracking for all of us. Nobody knew how well or how good it was going to be, but I thought it was just 10 out of 10 me.
Yeah, I agree. And I think unified actually worked in quite a good term in terms of unifying. You know, there were the men on there and they did brilliantly as well. But it unified women's boxing, those supporters that came with it. Of which, Lauren, I was chatting with your mum at one point. And you know, like your family all look very much like you to some degree. So I could pick out who your supporters and family and fans were. And they were brilliant. Like they
made themselves known, put it that way. But I did pre-warn them. I said, I need loads of noise now. Come on, we're in Sheffield. Obviously, it's not my area. I was like, we've got to make a little statement, make some noise. And they lived up to that.
Yeah, so let's come on to your statement. We'll start from, and I want to note this, your ring walk. You looked so in your moment, like during that ring walk. Like you took your time. You stopped, you kind of absorbed what was going on. It looked like it anyway.
Well, yeah, I think in the lead up to it, I'm not going to lie, I was real nervous in the lead up, because I knew about this girl. I knew she weren't going to be a walkover, as you guys had said when you were commentating. And I'd looked at her on YouTube and stuff. And I was nervous, and it's a long time out the ring, you know. Not only have I been out the ring for that long, you're coming back and it's televised, you know. And again, it's another thing for me, all the media thing, it's not my comfort zone. I'll be straight, it's not. So in the lead up, I was nervous, but I think when I got down to the lobby, started warming up, you know, Christina had just gone in, come out, and I was like, I stood at the door, she'd gone in, the opponent, and then my music just come on, and I was like, do you know what? This is it now. This is what you've been waiting for. This is what you've been training hard for. My coaches were like, do you know what? Soak it up, go out there, enjoy it. And that's what I did. And to be honest, I love my song anyway. I think it's real good. It gets you proper hyped up. You know, I love the like introduction and stuff. My brother worked on that, put it all together for me. And yeah, I just think when that starts playing, it just gets the adrenaline going, and then it's like, right, this is it now. Just go out there and do you. And I was like, there's no time for nerves anymore. Let them go. Just enjoy it. And that's what I did.
Yeah, and it's not to say you milked it. That's the wrong term. But you took it in. You stopped. You did a little bit of shadow boxing on your way down. Yeah. It was lovely to watch and see.
To be honest as well, like, I think it's about the boxing, but it's also about a show. And the fans want to see it. And I think if you can bring that element to it, do it. Why not? You know, you could just walk in and that's it. But I just think put on a little show, you know, it's good. I think as long as you don't overdo it. But yeah, I think you got it just right.
Flip the ropes, do it all. I think that's what Paige is going to be about when you debut, Paige. When we were chatting during the day. When you're chatting during the day, you very much give the impression that you're going to take it in and try and make a statement and make people remember you.
Yeah, of course. Like, obviously, I know I'm young, but I'm hungry. It's gonna be good. I wanna start off well. I wanna take each fight as it comes, and it's not a rush. I just wanna get in that ring and showcase my skills. I've been working hard. I just wanna show the world, really. Not even just West Midlands. Not even the UK. I just want to put on a show for everybody. At the end of the day, this is boxing. And women's boxing is taking over, and that's what Unified are about.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. It was a cracking night, and we'll come back to your fight again in a sec, Lauren. We've only covered the ring walk so far, but I think on that theme of women's boxing, I thought it was such a good showcase in that not just you, Lauren, but Christina looked $1 million.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you managed to take in any of hers. I know you were, as you say, you were warming up out the back, but
yeah, I literally haven't seen any of it. And to be honest, I've not even really been able to watch it back. I don't know if it's going to be uploaded, but a lot of people just filmed like clips off of their phone, and I don't have Sky at home, so I couldn't record it, which was a shame. And like family and stuff, they haven't managed to record it. So hopefully if it goes out on YouTube or anything, I can watch it back. But yeah, Christina's one, I didn't unfortunately get to see that, only little clips. And from what I see, just from what 10-second clip, she just looked phenomenal, if I'm honest. So I'd be interested to watch that back. And then Ticey obviously was after. But it's one of those things when you get out of the ring, everyone wants a photo, everyone's grabbing you left, right, and centre. I'm like, wow, I just want to watch the boxing. So I think I got about, I don't know, a round and a half of Ticey's fight. But again, she looked good. I'll spar with Ticey anyway. She's very skilled. She's composed, and yeah, she puts on a great show. So again, I'd quite like to watch that one back, but once it's obviously put out. But yeah, I didn't really expect anything less. I knew the girls would bring it on the night. So yeah.
Yeah, and Paige, I think you and I were discussing during the commentary of how well matched it all was.
Yeah, I think there was perfect matches for each fight, to be honest. Like, I can't lie, I thought Lauren's punch was a punch of the night for me.
That first one. We're coming on to that. We're coming on to that. Let's not spoil it.
Yeah, I won't go into that too much. Christina's, like, even though Christina was very, very well experienced in the amateur game, I thought, what was her name again? Sorry, what was her opponent's name?
I can't pronounce her name.
It was like Lolita or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. But she came to fight. She did, like, she proper put on a war. Wasn't easy at all for Christina.
Nah.
But Christina did really well. I thought in bunches, like, she showed world class levels, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I agree. And Ticey, and credit to Gemma Rueg in that main event fight.
Yeah.
Because Gemma Rueg was tough as nails.
She's rough and ready, isn't she?
Yeah, but Ticey was superb. Ticey, boxed.
Yeah, with skill level.
She didn't stand and trade when she didn't needlessly have to. Whereas I chatted with Christina. Christina's like, if I need to stand there, phone box it, just stand and trade with them, then I will.
Yeah.
And I don't doubt that for a second based on what we saw there, but she's got so much more to offer than that. I think Ticey kind of showed us everything else, aside from that kind of stand and trade. But I'm sure you can attest, Lauren, she can probably do that in the gym. I've seen photos where you both end up.
We have some cracking spars, me and Tice, had a good few rounds now between us. And yeah, she is very, very technical. And it's definitely not an easy spar. And we learn from each other and really push each other. Yeah, she's great. She's just great all round, really.
Yeah. So let's come on to your fight then. We've talked enough about the peripherals around it. Your actual fight itself, Ivanka Ivanova, as we said in the commentary, it wasn't a walkover fight. It was never going to be a walkover fight. In that the people she's been in with, the likes of Roxana Begum, there were big things expected of Roxana when she went pro. And she beat her and she drew with her. Arguably beat her twice. I saw both fights and I think she beat her both times.
Yeah.
So you're in with someone that knew what they were doing is the gist of it. You've had that period out of the ring. And yet you went in there and I'm not going to say like smashed her, battered her, but you had a phenomenal performance. That first round, you just settled into what you were doing, got your rhythm. Then that second round, you put your foot down.
Yeah. So yeah, like going back to before and finding out what she's about, like looking at her box record and stuff. She's been in a 10-round title fight at super bantamweight, which is 2 weight classes from what I'd campaign at, because I go in at superfly. So I sort of had that on my shoulders as well, knowing this girl's not only is she going to come and bring it, she's gonna want to have a tear up, but also there's potential that she's going to be maybe potentially a bit heavier than me. So you've got to watch the power, the strength, that sort of thing. So I knew going in, it definitely wasn't going to be easy. And if I didn't, get stuck in straight away, it could have been curtains for me, really. So I had to be switched on from the get go. And as expected. She come flying straight out pretty much, you know, having a tear up, you know. Pushed me back a little bit. But I think overall I kept calm. That was the main thing. Don't get drawn into a war straight away. A little bit messy at times, you know. But I think if it was to go on for longer, that's when you would have seen me settle a little bit more. But I went in there with confidence at the same time. I was like, I know it's going to be tough, but like Paul Webber, I've seen Paul Webber a lot, and he's like, Loz, you have worked incredibly hard. Like, you have changed so much as a person, and I can see it in myself as well. And I was just like, yeah, no, you're right. And I was just, I don't know, I was just switched on from the get-go, and I was like, this is not going any other way. It's going one way, and that's it. So it had to be a win. Didn't go looking for the knockout. Surprised myself, to be fair. But it was amazing for me, really, to get that. And I think really that's come because obviously I had 6 pro fights prior, and I wasn't doing that before. But I think where I've really worked on like proper power, strength, everything, it all just come together in that perfectly timed shot. And it was a peach.
Yeah,
it was. I was chatting with one of your coaches, Paul Webber, afterwards, and he'd said about how much you've been doing on the strength and conditioning side of things. Anyone that follows you on social media will see the amount of work that you do on the S&C side.
Yeah.
He described it as world-class power when I was chatting with him afterwards.
Yeah. He's well happy. He's still glowing, I tell you. He's proper buzzing.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that right hand over the top, perfectly timed, buckled even over.
Yeah.
You were a little bit enthusiastic when it happened, Lauren.
Oops. Do you know what? It was one of them things. It's weird because I've never done that before. And it's always like, you've got to bring that aggression, Loz, like bring that aggression. And I've not shown that prior. So people have said to me before, like, Loz, do you carry that aggressive spitefulness in you? Because I feel that I'm naturally a nice person.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't say boo to a goose day to day. And when I've heard this from people, I'm like, yeah, I have got that spite inside me. I have, but I hadn't shown it. So obviously that happened on the night, and it was like a millisecond. And I was like, whoa, it was almost like I couldn't believe what I'd done. And then when I'd realized what I'd done, it's like, well, make sure that you've done it properly almost. Obviously she was on the floor, shouldn't have done it. But I think as well, I retracted. So as I'd gone down, there wasn't any power in that shot at all. I'd sort of retracted, realised what I'd done in that very split second. Obviously, I did feel bad about it. I felt guilty about it, but I got the point taken off of me. And then obviously we went again after she'd recovered a little bit. And to be fair, hit her again with exactly the same shot.
yeah.
Which, it's crazy. But it's all the hard work's come together and paid off, really.
Yeah, no, it was a Patriot shot, as you say. You repeated the same shot to finish the fight.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, is that one you worked on specifically, or did it just kind of fall into the rhythm of the fight?
Yeah, no, to be fair, we have I do boxing specifics with both coaches, but most of the time throughout the week I'll spend time with Paul Day doing just my boxing stuff. And yeah, there's specific things that we've been sort of going through, and that was definitely one of them. But yeah, it's just mad how it was more of a muscle memory thing, you know. I was looking for that, and I was feathering the shot, and it just come beautifully. But again, it's more that muscle memory. You've been going over it for weeks and weeks, and it come together. So yeah, we had been working on that, and it was just nice that it come off.
Paige, I know you gave your review on the night of Lauren's performance, but looking back at it, how would you describe it?
To be honest, like I said earlier, I thought it was the punch of the night for me. Like, she couldn't have landed that shot any better. The time and everything was perfect on it. When it obviously when you hit her again, I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? But we all have them moments. And then when you hit her again, and I thought, it's got to be over. And then obviously she kicked up a force, and I was like, there's no doubt about it. Like, at the end of the day, she got caught with probably one of the best shots you'll throw of your career. Like, that was that was a cracker.
And to be fair, like, the ref jumped in at the right time, because it could have been dangerous.
She would have been hurt. Yeah, we discussed that on commentating. If you would have hit her anymore, that could have been dangerous.
Yeah. I don't really know what she was kicking up at though, because we all thought she slipped, but then having thought about it, I think maybe she was saying, well, I'm still on my feet. Like, why are you stopping? I'm still standing. Yeah. I don't know whether it was that. I'm not too sure exactly what she was kicking up at, but she was fuming.
It's by the by, it doesn't matter now. You walked away with
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you even impressed Anthony Croller with your right hand over the top, the timing of the shot, to impress the former world champion. So yeah, he was very impressed with your whole performance, as he should be, and as you should be. Have you been back in the gym since, or are you taking some time off?
No, taking a week off now. I think that's really important because it's been long. And I know that with the unified thing, I know I said to you before that the dates have been moved a couple of times to suit TV and stuff like that. So there was a bit of stop starting. So my camp actually started months and months ago. So I think it's important to have that rest now. I've got a week off. I'm going to go back on Monday just for some technical stuff. And then Paul Webber's going to be putting my training plan together, ready for the next one. I did a little bit today. Obviously, I said before we went live on this interview that I've done a bit of filming. So I was a bit active today. And I'm probably I might go for a little shakeout run on Sunday if I'm allowed. I'll have to ask the boss.
You can't
but
stay
yeah,
away.
We'll see. But yeah, it's good. I'm just having a week off.
So what do you two look forward to for 2022 then? So, I mean, I spoke with Susanna this morning, Susanna Schofield of Unified. Her plan is a show early in 2022. She hasn't got any date as yet, but that's what they're working towards. Presumably you both be itching to get on it.
Yeah, of course. That's the aim. Get out there as early as possible. Not too early, of course. I wanna have a Christmas dinner. But yeah, I am itching to get out there, to be honest. I just want to experience it, hearing Lauren and talking to Ticey and obviously Christina about it all. The buzz is like no other when you're in that ring. It's no other feeling, and to get to have all that hard work and everything pay off, it does make you feel good, and that's what it is at the end of the day. It's not like football. You've not got 10 other players who can help you on that side of the pitch. You're in there by yourself, and at the end of the day, that's what all the hard work's for.
Yeah, and so your license will hopefully be sorted by the new year, Paige?
Yes, so I've actually been to my license meeting now, the West Midlands one. That's got sent to Cardiff, so obviously that's all been approved now, and we can get the ball rolling.
Excellent. So you'll get your card through saying professional boxer.
Yes, I'm just waiting for that card to come through. I'm like praying.
Brilliant. And then for you, Lauren, presumably any injuries? I mean, I know you pointed out earlier a bit of a black eye under the left eye, but anything other than that? Hands all right? No damage?
Yeah, pretty good, to be fair. I mean, I'm in one piece. The eye was more because I think she was small, wasn't she?
Coming up.
Coming in from coming up. And do you know what? Like in all my other fights as well, I don't know whether it's because when you're sparring, obviously you got your head guard on, and then when obviously it comes off, I get bruised up so much. And it's because I commit to my shots so much. I literally come out sometimes looking like an alien. I like big bumps on the head, the legs, and all sorts. And but actually I was all right this time. It weren't too bad. But no injuries. I'm good.
And hopefully through 2022, we'll see Unified get some traction, get some momentum going, and bring more opportunities for females. Because I know that's not only what it's about, because there were the 2 males on the card as well, who did fantastically. But ultimately, that's kind of, that's the end game, is to give females these opportunities. And you're not going to be you're at the forefront of it. You're the starting lot. So hopefully through the year, you'll be able to showcase it even more.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's what it's about. Obviously, with the first few girls to get on the Unified promotions, but we want to take these opportunities and not just be boxing for a normal fight. We want to, like Christina, Lauren, and Ticey said on the post-fight interviews, we want these titles. We're not just boxing for fun. This is what we want at the end of the day.
How was that media side as well, Lauren, during the week? Both the build-up and afterwards. Is it draining for you, or because it's a new experience to go through creating VTs, so packages that go out during the broadcast, doing the day before weigh-ins, doing the interviews with people. It's something that's different than what you're used to, I guess. Completely
different. All my past fights, I've never actually done any media, like leading up to my other fights. The weigh-ins were always done on the day, and I don't know whether we did it before because of COVID or whatever, but I preferred it, much preferred it. It was good, just a completely different experience. Again, obviously it's great to box on these shows, but I think what Unified is also going to do is just that little platform to help build you as an athlete, you know, to almost get the practice with the media and that sort of stuff. So yeah, it was completely different for me. It was a little bit draining. I think a lot of that though was just the nerves, everything that come with it, and the adrenaline and stuff of the whole event. I'll tell you what, after the fight, we got chatting to Christina's family. I ended up staying in the lobby till about 2 a.m. And then we said, right, I'm going up now. So then we walked up to the room, and Paul's wife said, oh, go see Loz back to her room. Next thing, he's come in. We're chatting there for about another hour and a half. So it's about 3:30. He left. And then I wasn't tired, and I was still standing in my kit. And I was like, right, I've got a shower. I was pottering around, went on social media. It was about 5 a.m., 5:05. I thought, I'll lay my head down. Couldn't sleep. So I was like, right, great. I was up and down. And in the end, I ended up just getting ready and then texting Paul going, you up for breakfast? Because it was like 7 a.m. So it was just mad. I literally didn't sleep. But yeah, I think once we all went home, it just hit me then. I was just like, right, I'm actually knackered. So yeah, all of the whole weekend just come on top of me really, but it was worth it. It's good. But I've caught up now, loads of sleep and that. So that's good.
What an experience as well, though. It's
crazy.
Paige, I mean, from your side as well, I realised you didn't go through the whole fight experience and the media experience beforehand, but getting that experience of seeing it from the media perspective, do you think that gives you a bit of a good footing for when you have to go through what Lauren's been through with the interviews and things?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like as well with media, like you see a lot more outside the ring than when you do it actually in the ring. So when your coach tells you to actually do something, you're like, is that really? And then you think to yourself, it actually does really happen. Like he's not like, he's not lying to you. Like it's mad what you see outside the ring compared to what you see inside. Everything seems like a blur when you're in there. Like it goes so quick. Whereas when we was outside the ring and we were seeing like each combination, and it was proper. How do you describe it? It was really like action packed, like for the words to say that each fight, even though it was like full of like eventful things, like you could see like different things that you put out, like different things you'd be working from the gym. I'd notice. So, for example, Christina with like a flurries of shots, you could see that she'd be working on different things of them because it put her under pressure. And then obviously Lauren said with her right hand, and obviously that just come off beautifully.
And I have to say, what was lovely, Lauren, if you do get a chance to see it back at all, was how invested Paige was in the success of every one of you.
We watched it, and my mum was like, "Oh, she's proper going for your Loz. That's so good." Like, I was like, "Oh, my birthday, go on, gal." I was like, loving it.
Yeah, but
it's nice because you feel like a part of a team. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
You're cheering, you're with me on that, and it's like, yeah, we've got each other's backs, and it felt nice.
Yeah, but it was you, it was Ticey, it was Christina, it was all of them. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Paige was fully like the biggest supporter in there, I think, that night for everyone.
I think as well, obviously, I felt a part of me was in that ring because at the end of the day, we're all together, we're all rooting for each other. You want your teammate to do well. Do you know what I mean? You want to push each other. And when you landed that right hand, I was like, oh my god, it was amazing. Yeah,
I had to sit her back down, Lauren. I had to sit her back down.
He's on the tables.
Yeah, like, come on.
Excellent. So yeah, hopefully we get to see you both in the ring early 2022. Are you having Christmas off, or are you staying in the gym?
Paige first.
I will be training over Christmas, but I will be having a Christmas dinner as well. I do like a Christmas dinner.
Good on you.
But don't be sure my coach will be having me in the gym the next morning.
How about you, Lauren? Are you allowed some time off over Christmas?
To be honest, same as Paige really, but we live and breathe this sport. So, you know, for me, I'll be straight back on it as of next week. And we'll be going through just like the building blocks again, build me up for the next one. I might maybe I always normally have Christmas Day, Boxing Day off. And then from there, I'll just crack on again. So I don't really have any time off really, just keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, but you can treat yourself to 2 days off.
Definitely.
You'll be all right. You'll still be in one piece after. Right, brilliant. Congratulations, Lauren, on your victory. It was outstanding on Friday night. And Paige, you're an absolute pleasure to work with doing the commentary.
You too, Martin. You weren't too bad yourself, you know.
I can't wait to see you in the ring now. I don't want to see you at the commentary desk anymore. I want to see you in the ring.
No, I'm done with commentating. I retired from commentating.
That's it. You peaked. But we'll hopefully see you in the ring next time we see you. Making that debut. So, ladies, thank you so much. Congratulations again for making it such a brilliant event. Memorable. The whole thing was superb. So well done to everyone at Unified. Well done to you girls. Well done to everyone involved in the show. But have a lovely Christmas. Have a lovely time off for your 2 days.
And you too.
And we will see you in 2022, no doubt.
Yeah, look forward to it.
Cheers.
See you all soon.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
See you, bye.
Bye.